And many of the worksheets we have done of periodic table. Today I want to just complete that one topic with the worksheets as well. Well, I think 2 or 3 are only left. Okay. So before that, and my screen is also visible to you. All right. You all can see the screen as well. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's right.
Now we have to do quick quiz.
No, Mita, today we are not planned for quick quiz. Today we need to discuss the worksheet, and I'm just opening that worksheet and then sharing it with you. One worksheet we will be doing it in class right now, right? And 2 or 3 worksheets that will be left over will be your homework. Okay, just I got the worksheet. I am going to share it with you, right? I hope so. You all got your periodic tables with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ji, I hope so you can see the screen that is shared with you. This is the worksheet that we can discuss today. Okay, just wait. Okay, it's a periodic table revision mat. I don't know. I think so. It's in your resource pack as well. But for now, we can just discuss it, right? And then you can later on complete it as well. All right. So one by one, I will be taking the names of the students, and you have to share your ideas with me. That what do you think that what should be the correct option for this one specific thing, right? So as you can see, I have zoomed it as well. Let me just little bit zoom more so it should be visible to you clearly. All right. So I think you all are able to see it clearly. First of all, I want to like we are going to start from A part of the worksheet. There is no number of this one worksheet, so it's just a periodic table revision mat. Okay. What you need to do for each property, take one box to show whether it describes a metal or non-metal. So, जी बेटा, yes,
Ma'am, it's in the resource pack, this
yes,
worksheet.
yes, I think I shared it in the resource pack.
Ma'am, I don't have this worksheet.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay, so बेटा I will be sharing it again in your group. ठीक है, अगर नहीं है तो मैं इसको दोबारा शेयर कर दूंगी and it's only one worksheet so you can just do it on your notebook. No need to just get it printed again. Okay. Right, so
Okay,
I will
ma'am.
be sharing this one worksheet in your group as well. Acha, for this, we
Ma'am, we
are
can do it
going.
on the notebook as well.
Yes, beta, you can do it on your notebook. We can just discuss now, and you can do it on your notebook as homework. All right, so here we are just differentiating the properties of metals and non-metals. And for part A, you can see what you need to do, tick one box to show whether it describes a metal or non-metal. Okay. You can just raise your hands. I will be taking your names so without avoiding any disturbance. We can just start one by one for each of these things. Okay. So typical metal and non-metal property. Yes, first one is shiny. What do you think where I should keep this one shiny? Metals or non-metals?
Ma'am, metal.
Ma'am, metal, because I think metal are shiny.
Metal, ma'am.
Ma'am, it would be metal.
Metal.
अच्छा, all right. Sorry, I was not here for a minute. जी बेटा, shiny. Yes, Kashaf, you were sharing the answer
Ma'am,
for
ma'am,
shiny.
can I tell? Ma'am, can I tell?
Metal.
Shiny is of metal. Yes, we have to put this property in metals. Yes, shiny are metals. Ji Amna, you can go for second one, beta. Please tell me who are the good conductors of heat.
Ma'am, metal.
Yes, metals are good conductors of heat. All right. Ji, poor conductor of electricity. Yes, Fiza, you can go for third one.
Ma'am, non-metal.
Yes, non-metal obviously. We know okay, metals are the good conductor and poor conductors are non-metals. Yes, low density. Yes, Sarah. Please unmute yourself and you can go for the answer. Low density. Who are the low densers like metals or non-metals?
Ma'am, I think non-metals have lower density.
So, beta, why do you think that non-metals have lower density?
Ma'am, because metals are like dense and they're heavy, and non-metals can be lighter and like,
Okay, so and there is also one more reason, beta. Non-metals are lighter. You are right. And why they are lighter? Because if I would be supporting your answer further, so we can just say that mostly non-metals are gases, isn't it? Mostly non-metals are gases. So if they are gases, so they obviously they are low denser as compared to the metals. So that is the reason, right? Non-metals are low denser. Good. Acha, moving forward towards which of these oxides make alkaline solution? Is it metal oxide or non-metal oxide? Hanan, you can unmute yourself and share the answer. Hanan is there, yes, in the meeting. Ji Hanan, you can unmute and tell me the answer of this one. What do you think? These are metals, those who form alkaline solutions are these non-metals?
Metal.
Metals, okay.
Ma'am, what
So,
is the answer of low density?
beta low denser are non-metals.
Okay, ma'am.
Ji, so oxides from alkaline solutions, Hanan is saying it's metal. So, Ji Hanan, will you please tell why non-metals?
Mm, Sunny, ma'am.
जी अच्छा anyone else beta why non metals Hanan का answer ठीक है I know that metals are correct but can you support the answer anyone else please raise your hand you want to give the answer why not non metals जी nobody want to support the answer
Ma'am, can I tell?
जी Fiza yes
Ma'am, maybe because alkaline metals are in period 2, so they are metals. That's
group
why
yes
this
they
is
are in
also.
Jivita, they are in group 2. You are right. Alkaline metals are group 2. And basically, alkaline metals make when these metal oxides are reacting, they make alkaline solutions. But basically, when oxides are reacted with non-metals, so they make acidic solution. That's the difference. Okay? So this is the answer. Metals were the correct one. Yes, malleable.
Ma'am, can I tell?
Malleable, yes, Afrasya. Ji, please
Ma'am,
tell.
ma'am, most of ma'am metals are malleable.
Most metals are malleable. Afrasya, what is the meaning of malleable?
Ma'am,
What
can
is
I
the
tell?
okay? Yes, Kashaf, you can tell what is meant by malleable.
Ma'am, it means when a metal can be bent or they can be shaped.
Yes, they can be shaped. Which of the things can be shaped? Like they can be converted into thin sheets. It's mean malleability. So metals are having the property of malleability, right? Okay, what about brittle? Are they metals or non-metals? Brittle.
Non-metals.
Yes, Fiza, why non-metals, beta?
Because metals are malleable, so that is obvious that they're not brittle. They cannot be broken easily.
Okay. All right. Yes, they cannot be broken easily. It's non-metal that they cannot be broken easily. You are right. Okay, ductile. What's ductile?
Ma'am, brittle is non-metal.
Hmm.
Ductile is
Yes.
easy to pull into wires.
Okay. Yes, that can be easily pulled into wires. So should it be metal or non-metal?
Metal.
Yes, metal. It's metal. All right, beta. Okay, next, dull. Who are dull like?
Ma'am, non-metal.
Yes, non-metal. All right, next is like dull is of non-metal. I'm moving forward towards next question. Okay, B1. J. B1. Yes, please raise your hand who want to just read this question and share the answer. Yes, a student holds a magnet close to an unknown material. The material is not attracted to the magnet. Explain why this does not mean the material is a non-metal. Like they are saying that he put the magnet closer to any of the material. That can be any of the element from the periodic table. It's not attracted to the magnet. It's non-magnetic. So why we cannot say for a sure that it's a non-metal? This is the question. So can you give the answer of this question, beta? What do you think? What should be the correct
Ma'am, can I
reason?
tell? Ma'am, can I tell?
Ji, I'm not sure. Please
Because,
judge.
ma'am, yes, ma'am. Because, ma'am, I think magnet is just magnet can just attach with like metal.
Okay.
Can I tell?
Ji, beta.
Because some metals are also not attracted to magnets. So that's
Hmm.
why it is not necessary that it should be a non-metal. It can also be a metal but not be attracted to a magnet.
Hmm. All right.
So, ma'am, what would be the answer?
Ji, so you are saying that metals are magnetic, right? So we cannot say that we cannot say for a sure that it would not be like non-metal will be non-magnetic. So just the reason could be like that. You are right that metals are magnetic, beta, but only some metals are magnetic. All of the metals are not magnetic.
Yes, ma'am,
And
that's what I'm saying.
yes, all metals are not magnetic and even all non-metals are not magnetic. Okay? Some are just magnetic from the metal and from the non-metal. So we cannot say for a sure that all of the non-metals are magnetic and all of the metals are magnetic. This is not a surety that which of the material is there. Okay? So we cannot support this one reason that the material could be non-metal only. It could be metal as well because some metals are also magnetic and some are non-magnetic. Okay, so this for sure we cannot give the answer. Okay, moving forward to its next question. Name an element that is a metal. Any of the element, can you name that element that is a
Ma'am, can I
metal?
tell?
Any? जी अफरा से आप।
Ma'am, can I tell?
यस अफरा से आप।
Ma'am, metal is ma'am
जी
like
अफरा
gold
से
and
आप।
non-metal is ma'am like ma'am metal is gold and non-metal is ma'am oxygen.
Okay. Yes, Durizana, you want to share the answer?
Ma'am, from the metals group we can name copper,
Hmm.
and from the non-metals group we can name chlorine.
Yes, chlorine. Right, chlorine. You are right, beta. Okay. Moving forward towards next question. It's your like. Okay, this one. Okay, now we need to discuss about the melting and boiling points and property, that is the property that we need to discuss from the metals and non-metals as well. Then reactivity is also the property that we need to discuss in the case of metals and non-metals. And they depend on like different cases. Metals are having different one and non-metals are having different one. Okay? So as you can see, like we are differentiating from here from the periodic table. I'm going to share this one periodic table with you. You know, this is group 1, this is group 2, and group 3, group 4. So from group 5, we are just starting from non-metals. Okay, strong non-metals, group 5, group 6, group 7, and group 0, noble gases, right? So from group 1 to group 4, as they are metals, so we have different properties, and group 5 onwards, it's different properties. Remember that thing. Okay, so first one we need to discuss about the melting and boiling point. In group 1, the melting and boiling point dash and keywords are increases, decreases, or stays the same as you move down the group. Any idea what should be the correct option? Yes, please speak up. The melting and boiling point increases or decreases in case of group 1. Yes, please unmute yourself and share your answer. If it's wrong, then it's fine. It's okay. Please, what do you think? The melting and boiling point will be increasing or decreasing? Please share your response with me.
Ma'am, I think in group 1 the melting point will increase.
Ma'am,
And
Okay.
the
boiling point
second, the
You
group
are
in
saying
group 7, it
increase.
would be the that in decrease. Ma'am, the group 7
Okay,
would
we are
be
talking about
decrease.
group 1.
Okay, ma'am.
अच्छा, all
Ma'am, group
right.
1 increase
अच्छा,
होगा.
we are अच्छा ग्रुप 1 में इंक्रीज होगा आप कह रहे हैं.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, now let me just tell you some of the things. You also need to note them down anywhere. You just need to remember. Okay? Like what should be the like trends in periods and what are the trends in groups. Okay? So as you move across the group, right? So the melting and boiling point decreases
जी देख के मैंने मोबाइल
decreases
में दो दो
from
ऐड
group
भी आ
1
जाती
to
है.
4, right? So group 1 to 4
आपको
melting
यकीन आ
point
गया?
and boiling point will be
एक
decreasing.
मिनट दो.
Then please mute yourself, Beta. Please mute yourself. Yes, so I was
मैडम
saying
आप
that if
कंफ्यूज
we
हो
are
गई.
talking about group
ये
1 to group 4, right?
स्टेट्स
So the
नहीं हुई
melting
है.
and boiling points will be decreased as we move down to the group. Okay? And if like and
तो आप
where
मेरे
what
पास
is
शेयर
in
हो
group
जाए
1 to group
जलना
4, these
चाहिए बस.
are just the metals, and when we are moving down the group, so the melting and boiling point is being decreased.
Ma'am,
Okay.
ma'am,
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम.
जी जी.
मैम
Yes.
ये जो आपने ग्रुप 1 ये जो सारे होते हैं जो आप लोग फिर ग्रुप्स का पूछते हैं, पीरियड्स का पूछते हैं कि ये वाला जो एलिमेंट है ये मेल्ट होगा या इसके अंदर साउंड इफेक्ट क्या होगा। तो मैम वहां पे मैम इन लोगों ने दिए हुए होंगे टेबल।
Yes, periodic table was given to you, will be given to you in your paper. ठीक है? You just need
Excuse
to
me,
give the
ma'am.
answer. जी आमना.
Ma'am, I can't understand how how the melting and boiling point will decrease.
Yes, the melting point and boiling point in the case of metals I am talking about, it will be decreased. Acha, let me just show you the periodic table again. Acha, this is the periodic table. When we are moving from group 1 like up to down, ठीक है, I am saying this would be decreased. ठीक है, और अगर हम पीरियड में जाते हैं तो मेल्टिंग पॉइंट और बॉइलिंग पॉइंट इंक्रीज होता है, लाइक लिथियम, बेरिलियम, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. So according to the period they are in one period, ठीक है, but they are in different groups. This is the thing. So what is the reason कि groups में top to the bottom melting and boiling point क्यों decrease होता है in the case of metals? ठीक है, let me just tell you that all of the group 1 elements are having outermost electron 1. Do you agree now? Because they all are in group 1, so their outermost shell is having only 1 electron. But what's the difference?
Yes.
What's creating the difference? Obviously, when we are moving up to down, so number of shells are not being increased. Like lithium is in period 2, so it's having 2 number of shells. Sodium is in period 3, it's having 3 number of shells. Potassium is in period 4, it's having 4 number of shells. Rubidium is having 5 number of shells. Cesium is having 6 number of shells, and then francium is having 7 number of shells. So just remember this thing but there is exception between metals and non-metals as well. So in the case of metals, when they are increasing with their number of shells, their melting and boiling point would be decreased. This is the relation. You need to remember this one statement. In the case of only metals, I'm not talking about non-metals because there is exception for non-metals as well. So for metals, if number of shells are increasing up to down obviously, so their melting and boiling point would be decreased. ठीक है, but in the case of
Okay, ma'am.
non-metals, if we are moving across the group top to the bottom, although their number of shells are increasing, but their melting and boiling point would also be increased. They are just opposite.